All right. Hey guys, listen. Now, we need to graph these inequalities. Now, this is going to be really pretty easy today, all right? Here's what we got to do. First thing, you've got to make a number line. Now, I'm telling you, I am not very particular about how you make your number line. Just drawing a line, and right in the middle, I'm going to put a 3, all right? That's a good enough number line for me, all right? Now, next thing, I need to put a circle on this 3, and I need to draw an arrow from there. Now, imagine this as an arrow. First of all, I want everybody to know this says x is less than 3, okay? Next thing, I want you to imagine that this is an arrow, okay? Can everybody do that? And can everybody see that this arrow is pointing left? So, from up here, I need to make an arrow that is pointing left, all right? Easy enough, right? So, put the number in the middle, put a circle, and put an arrow pointing the direction that it goes. Now, here's what this means. X is less than 3. On this, it means that everything less than 3 is a solution. 2 is a solution, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 1.5, negative 1.52. Everything less than 3 is a solution. This one, x is greater than or equal to 8. Same thing. Put 8 right in the middle. Draw a circle. And imagine this as an arrow. This arrow is pointing to the right, so I need to point my arrow to the right. Now there is one more thing with this. If there is an equal sign down here, I have to fill in this circle. Let me explain why. Up here, x is less than 3. If I'm telling you that I'm going to give you less than 3 homework problems today, could I give you 3? Should 3 be included? If I say less than 3? No, it's not. So I need to have an open circle. That shows that the point 3 is not included in this solution set. Down here, if I tell you that I'm going to give you greater than or equal to $8, could I give you $8? Yep, that needs to be included, so I need to color that in. All right, so just put the number in the middle, draw the circle, decide whether it is open or closed circle, and then draw your arrow. Now, one more thing. This says 7 is less than x. I don't ever want to have my variable on the right. Now, this is tricky, okay? This first part was easy. Don't miss this. This is a detail that will cause us to get things wrong. The variable has to be on the left, so I'm going to flip the entire thing. X is here, 7's here, and I also need to flip my sign. So it's going like that. All right? So, your graph, 7 in the middle, and it's going to the right. Open circle going to the right. First thing I'd like you to do, I'd like everybody to graph these. X is less than 3. X is greater than or equal to negative 2. Graph those for me. X is less than 3. X is greater than or equal to negative 2. Okay, let's take a look. X is less than 3. So I'm going to put my 3 in the middle. Draw a circle. Let's see. Megan, should this be open or closed? Open. And which way should it point, Esmeralda, to the left or to the right? Left. Very good. As an arrow, that's pointing to the left. So that's what it is. This one, I'm going to put my negative 2 in the middle. And Alyssa, open or closed circle? Closed circle, very good. It's an equal to, so it's going to be a closed circle. And then Diane, which way does the arrow point? To the right, very good. So, my arrow is pointing to the right. Next thing that I would like you to graph this one. 3 is less than or equal to x. Graph that. 3 is less than or equal to x. Man, you guys are good. All right. First of all, 1. What's the very first thing that I need to do with this?
Draw the line.
Okay, I'll draw the line. I'll even put this in. What's the next thing? Flip it. Very good. I don't want my variable on this side, so let's flip it around. I need to flip the sign as well. So, Katie, is this going to be an open or closed circle? Closed circle. We need to include that point in our answer. And Jeremy, which way is this pointing? To the right. Okay? Now, that is the first step. Yes, so far that is very, very easy. But it is going to get harder. Dustin, do you want to turn off the lights for me? Just leave the middle one on. Okay. Now, we've got 3 steps. Find the number. Decide whether it's an open or closed circle, and then draw the line. Okay? So, right here, we're going to have to solve this first. So, Alyssa, what's the opposite of minus 5? Plus 5. So, I'm going to add 5 to both sides. Over here, this is going to be 6. So, I found my number. Cooper, open or closed circle?
Closed.
Closed circle, very good. It is equal to. And then the next thing, Nathan, which way does it point?
Left.
To the left, very good. This is an arrow pointing to the left, so this is my answer. Everybody do number 7 for me. Find the number, decide whether it's open or closed, and figure out which way it points. Okay, first thing is finding the number. Josie, what's the opposite of plus 9? Minus 9. 8 minus 9 is? Negative 1. So I've got negative 1 over here on my number line. Jediah, is this an open or closed circle? Open. And which way does it point, Tyrell?
Left.
To the left. Very good. This is your graph. I would like everybody to do number 11. first thing, your number's not going to be negative 13. Just make sure you're careful with your adding and subtracting. Next thing, there's some danger with this problem. Be careful with it. Okay, number 11, Tiffany. What's the opposite of minus 4? Plus 4. What's negative 9 plus 4? Negative 5. So, I've got negative 5. Next thing, Jack. My variable is on this side, so what do I need to do? Flip the whole thing. B is going to come on this side, negative 5 comes over here, and my sign is the opposite as well. So Haley, at negative 5, do I have an open or closed circle? Closed circle. And Nick, which way is it pointing? To the right. Very good. This is an arrow pointing to the right, so I am going to the right up here. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Now, when you have these problems, actually we're going to look at number 13. When you get one like number 13 today, I know it looks tougher because we've got two variables, all right? Let's just do this. Put your variables together, isolate your variables. What's the opposite, Dustin? What's the opposite of positive y? Negative y. So what's 2y minus 1y? 1y, very good. So all I have left is y is less than 2. Okay? So just get your variables together, isolate them, solve it. Okay, we're good at solving. We know how to do that. Now, I want to take about 4 or 5 minutes on writing inequalities. Now, I will tell you there are none of these on your homework today, but they are things that you need to know because they will be on homework assignments that are coming up. The rules are the same, but it's tougher. Okay, and I'm going to show you a trick for doing this. First of all, write down on your whiteboards the sum of a number and 17. The sum of a number and 17. That's going to be n plus 17. Now, is means equals, right? But I lied to you a little bit when I said is means equals. It's better to say is means your sign. Is no less than. That is an inequality sign. Is your key. Is no less than 26. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave that open for now and just put 26 over here. Okay? Now, maybe you can just look at this and say, oh, I know what sign that is. Okay? If you can do that, awesome. If you can't do that, let me show you how I figure them out. Okay? First of all, pick your favorite number. My favorite number is 8, so I'm going to use 8. That's your favorite number?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. I'm going to use 8. All right? I'm going to use 8 every time. There's nothing magic about 8. You can use any number that you want. Now, I'm looking for a number that is no less than 8. Alex, give me a number that's no less than 8. Let's go easy. Let's go 9. Let's go 9. All right? 9 is no less than 8. Now, okay, so just pick your favorite number and then pick a number that's no less than it. Now, looking at that, everybody knows this. The alligator eats the bigger one, right? So, this is my sign. Now, Allison, I've got a question. Could I use 8? Is 8 no less than 8? Yep, it sure is. 8 is no less than 8. So I also need to make it equal to. All right? So, as far as writing it, everything's going to be easy except the sign. And those signs are confusing because there's about 147 different ways that you can describe it, okay? Number 2. Write this down. Twice a number. Minus 4 is less than, that's our sign, 3 times the number, 3n. Okay? Now, I'm going to go back. I'm going to use my favorite number again. Favorite number is 8. Give me a number that's less than 8, Diane.
A favorite number?
Give me any number less than 8. 3. Okay. So put down 3. Alligator eats the bigger one, so that is my sign. Alyssa, could 8 be less than 8? No, it's not. So it just has to stay like that. 2n minus 4 is less than 3n. I'd like everybody to try number 13. 12 is at most a number decreased by 7. Is at most a number decreased by 7. Now, the goal is not to have this understood today. This is a hard concept. All right? Here's the goal. Have it understood by the text. You should be able to get everything but the sign. We've done that a ton. All right? So we've got 12 is at most. That's our sign. A number decreased by 7. So you should have something like this. Now, is at most. Let's go back to my favorite number of 8. Give me a number, Esmeralda, give me a number that is at most 8. Give me a different number. 7, okay? 7. Alligator eats the bigger number. So, there we go. Esmeralda, you first said what? 8, right? So this could be 8, which means it could be equal to. 12 is less than or equal to n minus 7. Okay? Like I said, I wanted to introduce it. I want to work towards a place where we are efficient doing those, but there will not be any on your homework like that today. Here is your assignment.